Hey there, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. I am going to be doing my October, it's hard to believe it's already October, but my October truck update this evening. So that means we're going through the miles that I've driven, any maintenance I've done and modifications I've made to my 2019 F-250. Let's get into it. All right, so might be a little hard to see. The truck currently sits at 117,497 miles. So since my last update here on the channel for miles, and in like the last month, I've only done about 3,000 miles, which for me is not a lot. I have another big trip back to the East Coast coming up next month. So I will be doing probably 10,000 miles that month. So that'll be a lot more. So I have a lot more items that I have to go through. But yeah, mileage wise, I drove out to Virgin, Utah for Red Bull Rampage. And that was like the biggest trip I did in October, which for me is like a decent sized trip. It was like 1,200 mile round trip. In terms of the maintenance that I've done, so since I did my September truck update, I did all 3 fuel filters because I was at 115K and I do fuel filters every 15,000 miles or sooner. I want to make that clear that like a lot of these ranges I'm giving aren't ranges, they're like maximum mileage that I'll wait to do said service. So for fuel filters, I know some people do them every second oil change. For me, it ends up being like every third oil change-ish or sooner. So, but definitely fuel filters don't want to wait on. To me, fuel filters are probably more important than like running an additive for your fuel system, just because they're keeping the fuel high quality and clean, so your CP4 stays happy. So do not neglect that. Change your fuel filters. The other 2 things I did was get an alignment, because I put a new track bar on, and when I had gotten my alignment like 2 or 3 months ago, they did it with the old track bar on, and so it was definitely a little bit off. Got the alignment, that got the front end pretty well sorted. I'm still debating doing the Apex chassis extreme duty tie rods, ends, and drag link, because I just want to be done with the Ford steering stuff. It's just their joints, like the quality of their joints, Ford's joints, are just terrible. So I want to be done with that. And then I replaced my air filter, and I found that I've done that usually about once a year. I'll put a new filter on, and I find myself at least cleaning it every 6 months, which some people might say is excessive, but I'm sure you'll see in some of these clips I'm showing. I drive in the desert a lot. I'm driving off-road a lot, where it's like, you know, several vehicles in a line, either going to an event or, you know, going to a trailhead or something, and the truck just eats a lot of dust, and so I'd rather just replace it. You know, it's cheap, relatively speaking. I'd be curious to hear though if people have like specific cleaning products they use on filters, like if there's a specific spray. I know for AFE they like, you can just use soap and water, and that's what I do, but I've noticed it doesn't really do that good of a job. So would like to hear your suggestions. And lastly, for modifications, there have been no modifications, fortunately or unfortunately. Well, fortunately for my bank account, but like I was saying, I might just do the Apex chassis steering kit. I might do that next month, but I did not do any modifications. Truck has just been driven a decent amount, not an incredible amount, but it's running good. The motor's running great. I don't know, I'm excited to get into winter here. A-Rod last spring put in the block heater for me, so I have the heater element, and I'm gonna get one of those Power Badger things that, you know, they'll set the timer for you and turn the heater on at a certain time so your truck is ready. So we're gonna give that a try. All right, so that's gonna do it for the October truck update. Thank you very much for watching this video. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments and seeing you in future videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time here on PowerStroke Maintenance. Cheers.